Since spring has now officially sprung, in the last few days I have been shifting my diet to be more seasonal dieting for spring, because as I told you guys a couple weeks ago, my plan is to start kind of shifting my diet more towards just eating seasonally and still like in line with my body and my goals and all of that, but within the framework of seasonal dieting. And so as the season has changed, it is now time to change my diet up a little bit. So today, I'm gonna take you guys through a full day of eating seasonally for spring. It's also a workout day, the last full body workout of my Project Comeback plan. And the rest of my day is just sitting down and writing Fat Loss 101, which is my new Healthy Sustainable Fat Loss course launching June 1st. I am in the depths of writing all of the lessons and modules right now, and I'm having a great time, but it's a lot of work because I'm putting a lot into it and I want it to be the best fat loss program literally ever. So it's taking like every spare minute that I have, but it's gonna be totally worth it. It's a really nice day out, and it hasn't been a really nice day in like a really long time here. So I really just want to keep sitting out here, but I should go eat some breakfast. So yesterday I actually made a huge spring vegetable frittata, and let me tell you, this thing is so freaking good. I will pop the recipe down in the description box below. It has leeks, asparagus, peas, spinach, and then 10 whole eggs whisked together with half a cup of sheep milk yogurt, goat milk yogurt. I forget which one I used, one of those two. And then a bunch of goat milk feta cheese, and I topped it with a little bit of dill, and it is glorious. So today I'm eating about a third of it for breakfast, and I will be making this again. Maybe change up the veggies here and there, but like this is impressive because I don't even like asparagus or spinach. Those are two of the vegetables that are in here, but it's so good. So I figure I should recap why I want to eat seasonally in case you missed my first video about it, or you just want a refresher. First thing is that naturally, as we were evolving as humans, don't mind me just massaging my pillow to get it back into pillowy shape. When we were evolving as humans, we would have eaten with the seasons because certain foods are in season at certain times. Foods go through food cycles. Like, we would not have eaten exactly the same way day after day after day, year round. And so our bodies have actually developed mechanisms that shift with the seasons that kind of indicate that our bodies are also like physiologically, biologically prepared for these shifts. So like, for example, one of the really cool things that I learned when I was researching this is that vitamin D makes us more insulin sensitive. And when do we get more vitamin D? We get it during the summer when we have a lot more fruits and like carbohydrate rich foods available. And so because of the shifts that happen with the seasons and how our body responds to those shifts, our body is most prepared to eat the foods that are in line with those seasons. Studies also show that our gut microbiome shifts with the seasons. Basically, like, our bodies respond to the external environment. And then something else that I was looking into in my research is like the diet variation principle that kind of tells us that varying our diet is a positive hormetic stress on the body and actually gives a lot more benefits in some ways than the specific diet itself that you're shifting to. So like, well, yes, there can be health benefits specifically to a keto diet. You can also get health benefits simply by shifting in and out of a keto diet. Not like every single day, but like, you know, spend a couple weeks in a keto diet, let your body adapt and adjust, and then shift. And it's in that shift and forcing your body to adapt to the shift that your body adapts in positive ways and gets you a lot of other health benefits. You see a lot of people in different diet camps kind of arguing in regards to activation of mTOR and autophagy pathways. People in different diet camps kind of argue that like one is bad and one is good, and you should minimize one and maximize the other. But the truth is that both have benefits, and staying in either pathway too long can have negative repercussions. So the trick, or I guess the truth, is that you should find the balance between the two and spend time in both pathways and spend time in different diets that activate these different pathways and switch and swap and get both pathways activated so that you can get the benefits of both without staying in either for too long. And this is why, in my opinion, following the seasons with your diet is a really good kind of framework and template, because if you are dieting seasonally, you're gonna spend some months, mostly like winter, eating lower carb, maybe keto, maybe carnivore, like if you want to go there. I'm not actually recommending it, but like if you want to actually dabble in the extremes, that's where you would find that, is in winter. And then in summer, you're gonna be eating much higher carb, a lot more fresh fruits and veggies, maybe even vegan or vegetarian. Spring is a lot more fasting focused, and so you're gonna be activating a lot more of the autophagy pathway. In summer, you're gonna be having a lot less protein, so you're gonna be activating mTOR a lot less. And then in winter, when you're relying a lot more heavily on protein, you're gonna be activating mTOR a lot more. So following the seasons just kind of naturally finds that balance for you, which makes a lot of sense, that our bodies evolved to thrive in the conditions that we evolved in. Also, is it just me, or is this vlogging angle like super 2012? Don't mind me just over here having a mini crisis because of how much cat hair I just got on my leggings just from making the bed. These were clean. What is happening? Guys. Just cat owner things. This is my laundry basket. It's been on my floor for like 3 or 4 days because I was doing laundry, left it on the floor. She went in it, was absolutely obsessed with it. So now my laundry is just like in a pile in my closet, and Cleo gets my laundry basket. Do you have anything to say for yourself? You are the cutest little thing. You can have all the laundry basket. I have a haircut scheduled in like a week or two. It's gonna be my 3rd haircut since discovering that I actually have curly hair, not just frizzy poofy hair like I thought I did for like the first 25 years of my life. I'm kind of excited, and I kind of want to try something crazy, and by crazy I mean I saw this picture the other day. I was like, I kind of want to do that, but longer. Don't want to get rid of all of my hair length. Basically, I might get bangs. Bangs. God, I hope it doesn't look like this. Please let me know down in the comments if you think going to the hairstylist with this as my inspo picture is a good or horrible idea. My thinking is, even if I hate the bangs, they're gonna grow out in like 2 weeks. Like, bangs don't stick around for very long. And after like a month, you won't even know that they were there. They'll just look like layers. So even if it's horrible, I don't think it'll be the worst decision of my life. Anywho, it is time to get a little workout in. Should I just braid my hair? Yeah, let's do that. Finishing up week 4 of Project Comeback, which is going amazingly. BT dubs. So something that I've noticed in the last like week or 2 of Project Comeback is that I'm getting hungrier, which makes sense. I went from very infrequent, irregular exercise to now exercising regularly, and I'm resistance training, so I'm using a lot of muscle and hopefully building back some muscle, which just requires a lot of calories. But I don't think I really realized how not hungry I was until I started getting more hungry. Like, I feel like I'm getting my normal appetite back. And I mean, I guess for me, normal is because I'm training the way I did normally, and now my appetite is matching that. But I also do wonder and almost feel intuitively like part of the appetite suppression was just due to the sheer amount of stress that my body was going through. And I think as I am healing from said stress, I think that is also helping with my appetite and helping just kind of generally how my body is responding to everything. So I'm in the process of creating a new workout playlist. It's very short. I have like 8 songs on it. So if you guys have workout song recommendations, leave them in the comments, please.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I want.
Workout accomplished. I'm feeling good. Glad I did that. And now it's time to get a little work done. Work on Fat Loss 101. But first, Cleo, you wanna go outside? Come here. You wanna go outside? Wait. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, yes, we shall just charge outside. Playtime. Yeah. So while Cleo is munching on the grass, let me tell you about Fat Loss 101 because it is coming in 2 months. So I want y'all to be prepared. Fat Loss 101 is going to be a comprehensive, when I say comprehensive, I mean comprehensive course on how to lose fat in a healthy, sustainable way so that you can not only reach your goals and feel good while doing so, like not feel like you're crazy restricting or like you're starving yourself or like you're punishing yourself or anything like that. Like you should feel pretty darn good as you're going through this process, and you'll be able to maintain your results for like the rest of your life. The goal is that this should be the last diet you will ever have to do, because the whole program is built around sustainability and bioindividuality. So you're going to be able to customize it to your body, your history, your goals, all that good stuff, and also make it sustainable. One of the foundations of the course is establishing healthy habits and a healthy lifestyle that will help you maintain your results long term, but doing it in a very like manageable, healthy way. The actual fat loss strategy itself is scientifically backed, scientifically sound, like no crazy gimmicks or anything like that. It's the basics that actually work. And part of it being comprehensive is the fact that it is holistic. So I not only go into like, here's how to use a calorie deficit to lose fat, but also like how to improve your sleep, how to manage your stress levels, how to work on your mindset. There's a section specifically dedicated to health because I've worked with a lot of clients who have PCOS, autoimmunity, like a variety of different health issues. And so there's an entire module dedicated to navigating fat loss with those various health issues. And then like Reverse Dieting 101, it is an online course with video lectures and PowerPoints. It also comes as a downloadable textbook and as just audio files, so you can like listen to it on the go. It comes with a bunch of tools and spreadsheets that I have been nerding out while making, because like your girl loves a good Excel sheet. And then it also comes with group coaching from me. I will be leading the pioneering class through their fat loss journeys, and this will be done in a Facebook group, so you'll also have group support from everyone else in the group. And at least throughout Reverse Dieting 101, both classes that have gone through it, the support in the Facebook group has been absolutely amazing, and I've seen it add a lot of value to their reverse diet journeys, so I'm really glad that I did it for that, and I'm very excited to have a space for everyone to be supportive and encouraging for the fat loss course as well. Oh, and I guess important note, the reverse dieting course was 4 months. The fat loss course is going to be 6 months, and so the 6 months is the group coaching and the like Facebook group component. You get access to the actual like course material for life, but the group coaching will last for 6 months for the fat loss course. And this is just because with fat loss there's quite a few more like moving parts, and it can take a little bit longer depending on how much you have to lose. And again, I want to emphasize sustainability, and part of that is taking your time with it. So I wanted to make sure that the course didn't feel rushed in any way, shape, or form. So that's what I'm working on. That's what's launching June 1st. If you're interested at all, make sure you sign up for the waitlist at holisticfitnesslabs.com/fatloss101. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Getting on the waitlist gets you early access to registration. There are going to be limited spaces because it is group coaching. I can't handle like thousands of people. So if you're on the wait list, you get earlier access, and so you'll have an easier time at getting yourself a spot, and you'll also get an early bird discount. So if you want to be in the course and want to save money, make sure you're on the wait list, basically. If you do have any questions at all about the course, feel free to leave them down in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram if you want to know if the course is for you. Like if you have XYZ going on in your life, you're like, I'm not sure if this course is for me, like can you let me know? Like I will let you know. I don't want you in the course if it's not going to be like a good match for your goals, your history, etc. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to shoot me a message. But if you want to know generally about the course, comment down below. I'm really freaking excited about this. Like I feel like this is the culmination of everything that I've been doing for the last like 5 years. I've coached so many people one-on-one with fat loss, and it's been extremely rewarding to help all of the clients that I've had, but to be able to like expand and provide a lot more people with the same quality information is just makes my little heart very happy. So for dinner, I'm gonna be making a spring bowl. I was gonna make some quinoa, but I have this rice in the fridge that I have been meaning to use. So I'm gonna use that as the base, some chicken thighs, and just like a bunch of roasted, chopped, sliced, diced veggies. All right, and here's what we ended up with. I have my leftover rice that was cooked in bone broth, and then when I heated it, I added a little bit of pesto. So now it's pesto bone broth rice, super fancy. And I'm doing a bed of romaine and arugula, and then my roasted Brussels sprouts. Roasted asparagus, that cooked down a lot more than I was expecting. I never make asparagus. Then I decided to throw in half an avocado to get some healthy fats in there. Some chopped up green onion, some sprouts, some thinly sliced radish for some crunch, and then of course the chicken thigh. Gotta get my protein. And I'm gonna attempt to drizzle this pepita lime dressing that I bought the other day. Haven't put it on anything yet, so hopefully it's good. And I think that is going to be my lovely spring dinner. You know what? I might add one more chicken thigh. Okay, that dinner was fantastic, if I may say so myself. And now for dessert, I have half a bar of the Who Kitchen almond butter chocolate left, so I'm gonna eat this. And I kind of want hot chocolate, although I don't know if I have any milk. We'll see. Might end up just making tea. But before I do that, real quick, let's talk about the principles of seasonal dieting for spring specifically. As I told you guys in my last seasonal dieting video about winter, it's all about high fat, maybe keto, warming foods, foods that are in season in the winter, also citrus fruits to get vitamin C, all that good stuff. And in spring, we start to get vegetables popping up through the defrosted soil. And so one of the big markers of a spring diet is fresh vegetables or fiber. So personally, for my spring diet, I am going to be prioritizing adding in vegetables that are in season in spring in my area. Things like leafy greens, radishes, asparagus, which I incorporated a lot of today. I am not a fan of asparagus, but spring is gonna make me like asparagus. Maybe. What I'm most looking forward to with this is just looking up new recipes. Both of the things that I ate today were based off of recipes that I found online. And I'm hoping that in actually looking at new recipes and trying new things, I will try a lot of vegetables that I've never tried and cook new ways that I haven't cooked. Like leeks, never used those. Asparagus, never used that. I don't know when the last time I ate a pea was. So we're getting variety, which is kind of the point. And then in spring, we still have a focus on fat. We're not quite in the high abundance of carb season that is summer yet. And also spring does tend to be a time when there is not a lot of like new crops and new foods. And so this is a time that in our human history was more calorically restrictive or based around fasting. So in theory, if you wanted to go on a diet to lose fat and needed to restrict calories, spring is the time to do it. Now, before I say the next part, I want to make it very clear that this is in the context of a healthy body and someone who has a healthy relationship with food, okay? It's interesting that there is a season of the year that tends to be less calorie dense, i.e. fewer calories are consumed, because calorie restriction to a certain extent is a hormetic stressor, meaning it can be a positive stressor on the body. Lots of studies have shown that dietary restriction without malnutrition, so you still need to be eating enough to be healthy, like a small amount of calorie restriction actually delays most age-related physiological changes and can extend health span and lifespan. But that's kind of it for spring, is a focus on fresh vegetables and fiber, fat, and fasting. So the 3 F's, or I guess 4 F's of spring. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on for the coming months. And like I said in my last seasonal dieting video, I use this as a template, not strict rules. So, you know, if I wanna have a high carb day, if I don't wanna fast, if I don't wanna be calorically restricted, I'm not gonna be. If I get hungry, I'm gonna eat. Okay, so my milk, very expired. Disgusting. But you know, it's not expired. Water. And the like 20 different hot chocolate blends that I have. So we're just gonna make a slightly watery hot chocolate. We'll start with the water. Then I'm gonna do some Organifi Harmony, because this is basically a hormone supporting hot chocolate blend that's lovely and delicious. And then since I don't have milk, I have their creamer. It's basically like powdered coconut milk with a lot of other super fun stuff in it. And then I do want to like kind of start winding down for sleep. I'm still working on Fat Loss 101, like being very productive, getting a lot done. But I've been having trouble falling asleep the last few nights because I've just been like working for like 6 hours straight and then trying to go straight to bed. And it's like my brain just can't shut off that fast. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this Beam Dream hot chocolate. It's just a hot chocolate blend with some CBD, L-theanine, reishi. I'm gonna just do like a tiny bit, not even a full serving, or else there's gonna be way too much of just stuff in here. Also, promised I'd keep you guys updated on my like personal growth and healing journey. And there's one thing that I was thinking about this week that I realized was actually kind of relevant to like a fat loss journey. Ooh. This is good. So as I was saying, my healing journey, I was reflecting on the fact that I feel like I've made a lot of growth in the last few months. I feel like I've had quite a few like breakthrough moments where I've been like, oh wow, like interesting, noted, like, and things that have helped me feel better about things and all that. But then I realized that I feel like all of that perceived progress is not actually reflected in my behaviors that I want to change. Like I've made progress with understanding what needs to change and why it's hard for me to change and like all of the background, but it hasn't resulted in like outward progress yet. And I started feeling a little bit, not let down, but a little bit discouraged by the fact that I feel like I've put in so much work and effort and don't have anything to like show for it. But then I remember this one part of the book Atomic Habits, which if you haven't read it, highly, highly recommend. But I talked about this in Fat Loss 101 because I felt like it was such a profound analogy. And that's that if you put an ice cube in a room that's like 50 degrees below freezing, and you put an effort to raise the temperature of the room to like 1 degree below freezing, you have raised the temperature of the room by 49 degrees. Like you have made tremendous progress towards melting this ice cube. But the ice cube's still solid. Anyone just watching what's happening, they would have noticed zero change whatsoever, even though you're literally 98% of the way towards making that change. And I realized that I think I'm just still in the increasing the temperature of the room before the ice cube starts melting phase. And just because the ice cube hasn't melted doesn't mean that I haven't made progress, and doesn't mean that all the effort that I've put in has been for nothing. And I think that's just a very, like, again, highly recommend this book, full of amazing gems like that. But it's such a profound analogy when it comes to reverse dieting or fat loss, where you're putting in a lot of effort, you're doing all the right things, and you haven't lost weight on the scale yet. That doesn't mean that everything you've done was for nothing. It doesn't mean that you haven't actually made any progress. It's just that that last marker of progress has not moved. But there's a lot of other things that happen in the body when you're losing fat that aren't the scale going down. And I think it's just really important to not get caught up on these, I was gonna say arbitrary benchmarks, but like if you're trying to lose fat, like the weight on scale is not an arbitrary benchmark, but like letting one specific benchmark define your progress when the journey that you're on is so much more complex than that last finish line that you're trying to cross. I've spent 9 months agonizing, not like agonizing, but like, you know, putting in the work, and the work is hard. And just because I'm not perfect yet and not where I want to be and not who I want to ultimately be, doesn't mean that the 9 months of effort that I've put in have been entirely fruitless and all for nothing. So I'm gonna get back to work on Fat Loss 101. I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. I may have a cup of tea after this. If I do, there'll be some honey in it, and that will be the rest of what I eat for the day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Make sure you do sign up for the wait list for Fat Loss 101 if you are interested. I'll leave the link down in the description box below. If you liked this video, please give a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!